Why AI query fan out has made online reputation management 10 times harder. So obviously with AI query fan out, they extrapolate synthetic queries. There's a lot more queries now to be trying to cover. Why has ORM services become so much more difficult?
So previously, obviously, online reputation management was all about just controlling the narrative around the 10 blue links that you'd see on Google or Bing. Obviously, both search engines have their own search. Nowadays, though, we mentioned it before, the phrase used to be, you used to hide a dead body on page 2 of Google because no one goes past page 1. The problem is an LLM goes everywhere. It is literally studying the internet, all of the different knowledge sources, all the social media. It's getting all of the knowledge from everywhere. So when it comes to online reputation management, it's very, very important with the query fan out model that you're tackling all of the different entities and attributes connected to your brand, which means you essentially need to do 10 times or 100 times more articles around reputation management and controlling the sentiment around the brand when it comes to being cited in the LLMs.
Yeah, so with regards to online reputation management then and query fan out, what's the solution? So obviously we've got AI reputation tree. Can you expand on what AI reputation tree is and why that has become majorly important from searcheroos' point of view as part of an onboarding for all online reputation management clients?
So it essentially becomes like an off-page topical map where it's going to go into all of the different query fan outs connected to your brand and entity and all of the very similarities, core sign similarities, all of this connected to the brand and essentially give you a roadmap of what you should be building around your brand. To help change, negative sentiment into positive, or just increase the knowledge within the AI panels and knowledge panels and things. So it becomes more confident in what it's saying, and you want to almost be cited as the best or the number one source within the LLM, as opposed to just these are an all right option. Whoever. In your life, have you ever been one of them who goes to, so it was an okay restaurant. Oh, that's good. I'll go there next then.
Yeah,
It has to be a great restaurant. The food was amazing.
Yeah.
This sort of stuff excites people. And it's the same with LLMs.
Yeah, so with regards to that then, can you explain, anyone who's watching this, please check out the link for the AI resume and why the AI resume is so, so important. But can you explain to anyone of the importance of controlling the AI resume?
So with the AI resume, obviously, it comes back into it. They all sort of cycle around each other. So I circle around each other. It all comes back to reputation management again and what the AI is saying about you personally or about your business is vital nowadays. Most people are starting a query search from an AI agent of some kind. Could be ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, any one of those. And ones that we haven't mentioned is where the search is initiating. And if that search comes back with a negative sentiment around you or whatever brand, then that is not great. So again, it'll come back to, controlling that narrative around you as a brand or a person or business and everything connected to that. So it can be forums, Reddit, Twitter, social media, all of these different elements need to be improved and also indexed within the search engine, which is super important. And big shout out to like Indexceptional or for gigaindexer.com, 2 great sources for helping just with speed to get things indexed especially when it's a struggle sometimes. There's a lot of noise online and you want to get shit indexed fast. They are the places to go to.
Yeah, for me, what I found fascinating was a recent searcheroos client, and he wanted a call. He wanted a mentorship call and consultation call. And he's spending a lot of money and spent a lot of money with different online reputation management companies. And then when I told him about query fan out, he didn't even know what it was, but there was yet someone so-called helping his AI resume. So I educated him on the AI reputation tree. And I was explaining it. He's like, why has nobody else explained this to me? And I'm like, he's like, why is it important? So I said, right, here's the best kind of way of me explaining it. If you've got a landing page and someone comes on and you're trying to explain everything about who you are, but the third H2 down on the page is just open for me to write anything and you don't know whether it's good or whether it's bad. And it probably will be bad because in that section is what's bad about Karl Hudson.
Yeah.
Would you be happy for somebody else to write in that section? He went, no, not my landing page, no chance. I'm like, that is what query fan out is. Because basically what's happening is it's doing all the different searches, extrapolating all the synthetic queries. And with all the different dimensions, it's looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you want to be trying to control even the bad, so sometimes you want to write certain articles online that might be talking about the disadvantages of using, let's say, Searcheroo, and we're like, we don't sell blog comments for £2 each. If you're looking for blog comments at £2 each, we're not the right agency for you. We help e-commerce brands or enterprise SEO brands. We help with online reputation management clients. But generally speaking, you're going to have to be spending a minimum of, let's say, $500 a month. If they've not got that, we're happy to say we're not the right client for you. And if that was in the section and it was one of the things of why not to use us, and it was like, if you've only got low budgets, we're not the right agency. Would you be happy with that? Yeah, I'd be happy with that, right? You can control that. But imagine if it was someone from 2 years ago that had a bad experience, which sometimes can happen. Sometimes they might have gone on holiday, or a member of staff might have took a little bit longer to negotiate a good rate with a high DR site. But these are real relationships. And sometimes it could take a couple of extra weeks longer than normal. And they've had a bad experience and they say, oh, they take months before they place the links. They're a load of garbage. Would you be happy with that on your landing page? No, you wouldn't. So let's control that query fan out part of the online reputation management. And at that point, he straight away ordered the AI reputation tree as one of the beta testers. And with regards to the AI search monitoring tools, everything was just lit up, boom, green, 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 green. And he was like, can't believe this. So my question back to you is, there's a lot of online reputation management companies out there that used to do a good job of syncing articles or images at times, because people do image suppression, onto page 2. But if someone wants to improve their AI resume, why do they need to be teaming up with someone that understands query fan out, that understands what the AI reputation tree is? And why is that vitally important now for proactive and not just reactive ORM services?
The problem is you want to have things indexed as fast as possible, and you want to be on top of it as quick as possible and as soon as possible. So, if there's a lot of negative press going on and you're not already doing something proactive, that is going to, what's the word? One bad word sinks 1,000 ships, something like that. I can't remember the phrase, but I always butcher phrases. Absolutely butcher them. But the premise is essentially, if something bad will get around quicker than something good will, 9 times out of 10. And you often see it when you get reviews and things for brands. People are very quick to give you a negative review, but most people forget about giving a positive review because they just enjoyed the experience. And that's exactly what's happening online. So it's very important to stay proactive rather than a reactive strategy. And the reason why a lot of the previous online reputation management companies were failing when it comes to the AI side is because they're still thinking in old SEO. And the reality is nowadays it is now becoming AEO, not SEO.
Yeah.
So you have to think from how are the LLMs processing this data? Now, yes, SEO still has, they are very much the similar things, but it's just how you phrase the articles, how you come up with the various different cosine similarities within the titles of the articles and things, and just start feeding that LLM so it starts to understand and, gains confidence in what you are as a brand or a person.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Anyone who's watching this with regards to LLM visibility, we're talking here about the AI resume. We're talking here about query fan out, making it so much more difficult for online reputation management. Go and check the link about the best AI search monitoring tools. Myself and Karl have been doing a lot of testing with regards to the different LLM visibility tools. But Karl, can you explain why is it important for these people to be monitoring the brand now within AI? So I'd say mainly the main three have been Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT. Why is it important for them to be monitoring that to make certain they have got a positive sentiment and the AI resume is very positive and makes it that they are great, not just like you said before, oh, there's an okay restaurant. Do you want to go there tonight? No, thank you, I don't. I want to go to a great one.
Mainly because of the amount of data out there. So if you think nowadays with AI, everyone can produce content. You know, we used to have quite a big content department of actual writers within Search.ru. Nowadays, that's down to like one or two. And that's primarily because, you know, content is just wrote by AI nowadays. It is just that. So the problem is all of that content is just getting published online. So everyone's creating content, blog posts, everything like that. And it's very easy and very quick for negative publicity to get out there. Negative articles can get out there very quickly and get cited within LLMs. So it's very important to get control of the narrative and start changing the scope of that content or creating new articles all about the positive sentiment of the brand. And that's how really I would be staying on top of it all.
So if someone's now going, okay, I want to look at improving my corporate brand. Okay, I want to now start looking at improving my personal brand.
Yeah.
Okay, I now want to improve the positive sentiment of my AI resume. What's the best way of reaching out for an online reputation management service that understands artificial intelligence and the LLMs and makes certain that they can get a positive sentiment?
Yeah, so just Search.ru, obviously one of our own companies. Obviously, we have just launched the AI reputation management tree. And that is essentially in soft launch. You'll be able to sign up for an email and the guys will get back to you and see if you're a good match for seeing if we can make it work for you. Obviously, we're only selecting a select few people because at the same time, we need to make sure it works. And we also we're a little bit lazy. We don't want too many people, you know what I mean? No, it's just we want to make sure the product is 100% and working. And, you know, so far, case studies are proven it to be successful. So yeah, head over to searchru.com and you'll see the tree on there and just click that tree that Dooley designed.
So anyone who's watching this, is there anything else that you think we've missed with regards to AI query fan out affecting online reputation management costs and services? Do you think it's become 10 times harder like myself and Karl do? Or do you think it's become easier? Let us know why you think it's become easier. I don't think you can come up with any sort of logistical reason of why it has, because obviously the synthetic queries now that's being used by LLMs has made it much, much tougher. But I'd love to hear some feedback from yourself, or if you are using an existing online reputation management agency and they're not getting your results in the LLMs, make sure you reach out to searchru.com. Karl, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers, mate.